The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kaushi, making real money predicting sports. Kaushi is available in all 50 states, and you get $20 free with promo code SGPN. That is Kaushi, promo code SGPN. Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, you know the voice on the guys, me, really, within Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Oh my. I mean, so much going on. Shouts out to the Spurs, by the way. I had laid 7.5 with the Spurs. It's 113.66 with 11 minutes and 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So shout out to San Antonio. What else is going around the league? Minnesota's up. It's rather close though. Over the Memphis Grizzlies, 98-89. OKC's up on the first leg of a back-to-back, 106-91. The Knicks got a win earlier, 111-95, but it was a lot closer than that score indicates. Brooklyn got just slaughtered. Dallas got slaughtered. Orlando covered. It's a lot going on. Oh, and Cleveland. Cleveland! This is for you. They got the win over my Detroit Pistons. Fortunately, I didn't have a bet on the Pistons today, but Cleveland did kind of play a close back-to-back. Kind of a close deja vu set. Detroit won that really, really crazy game last week. Cleveland comes back, wins this one at home. Lonte, a lot of games, a lot of basketball has been going on today. A lot of basketball still to be played, honestly. And we've got a slate to break down for tomorrow. What you got going on here?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. Locked in. Weather's nice. I'm ready to rock.
Yep, very much so. Uh, any action you have going on here on the slate?
Yeah, I laid it with the Heat. Took that team total over. Um, I didn't get there on the Spurs, but I wanted to. I just didn't pull the trigger on that. And what else do I have? Actually, I had Detroit. They lost. What else do I have? I got the Pelicans tonight and the Suns tonight. So that's about it.
All right. Let's looking forward to seeing what else is going on. 10:30 p.m., 11 p.m. A couple of games to be tipping off as we are recording the show here. Lots to talk about. 6 games in the NBA on a Wednesday. Can't wait to talk about it. But first, got to make sure everybody knows that March is here, and so madness will begin. And the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is giving away $25,000 Survivor Madness. Winner take all. All you got to do is go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. And hey, you have a chance. Use that promo code if you're new to Splash SGPN. You'll get $5 and play $5 and you'll get $50 in bonus entries. Play $5, get $50 in bonus entries with that promo code SGPN. If you're new to Splash, where you can have a chance to take home $25,000 guaranteed. One person, winner take all can happen. It could be you. Could be you. If it is you, break me off a little bit. I appreciate it. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's talk about my New York Knicks because they're going to be at home, second leg of a back to back, going to play the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are also on the second leg of a back to back here. OKC's laying 3.5, 223.5 is the total. Some interesting injury news here, Lonte, because Mitchell Robinson played tonight against the Raptors. So he will not be playing tomorrow on the second leg of a back to back against OKC. When asked why, Mike Brown said the Raptors are in the East. And it was a good decision because he played a very good role in beating the Raptors and knocking them down a peg and keeping the Knicks up a peg. Now, OKC did the opposite. SGA was ruled out today, injury management. I'm pretty sure that means he's going to play tomorrow. This is an interesting thing about the SGA thing because I saw something that said he had 3 games left of eligibility to be able to miss before he like breaks eligibility for awards and All NBA, all that stuff. They have 3 sets of back to backs left. So it seems like they're going to rest him. Maybe he plays one, maybe he even plays two. But it seems like they're going to take their opportunities. Hey, if we're going to rest him, we're going to rest him in a high value spot for us. And then we're just going to be able to let him hoop the rest of the year. And hopefully he doesn't get hurt again where we have to pull him. So I say all that to say, I feel really, really confident about SGA playing in this game, unless something is just completely wrong. And I just have this completely like, I'm completely wrong about this. And SGA is actually hurt with something. Almost feel like 100% chance SGA is going to play in this game. So that's how I'm handicapping it to start, Lonte.
Yeah, I think he will play. I mean, primetime stage against the Knicks, who playing extremely well. I mean, they're back playing to the level that they were playing at prior to that little roller coaster ride that they had where they lost, I think, like 7 of 10 or 8 of 10 or something like that. But they're playing better defensively, which is the main thing that they had to fix, and they have been doing a good job. A lot of that has been opponent based, kind of like tonight, which they matched up really well. I thought they matched up really well with Toronto because of the lack of a big that Toronto has, which allows a lot of downhill drives, a lot of cat things that could go right. But obviously, I mean, different monster here with OKC. Is there? I don't know if you noticed. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm curious. Is there? There's not a minutes thing, right? So he can like literally start the game and be like, "Hey, we're just gonna sit him out,"
You talking
and
about
he's
who?
still for like SGA. Like if they wanted to really like get him there to the finish line, like a back to back, and it just be like, "Hey, you're gonna start, play for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're just gonna sit you for the rest of the game." Like that
Uh,
is that legal?
I don't know. I don't know
The reason
if
why
there's like,
I remember Michael Bridges, and
yeah.
they
And
had
I mean, and I think that was just because he wanted, 82 games or something like that. But
he
like,
had the most he's got the record for the most consecutive games started, I think.
yeah. So, I mean, it probably is some kind of loophole or something like that. But I just don't think that's a game that like
Yeah,
we
no,
would be
no, this is not the
playing.
game for it. Yeah, just speaking on future.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, overall, man, I think this is a good matchup. I'm gonna take the Knicks plus the 3.5. I really do think that they are playing extremely well. The Thunder, I mean, they are who we think they are. They're just like really deep. Scott he was like 4 assists away from. He mentioned the Jay Will triple double, and I think he had like 12, 10, and 6. So he was close on that. So shout out to him for that. But I do think that they'll match up well. The Knicks will with this iteration of the Thunder simply because they haven't been whole and a lot can go on. I think they're still missing Hartenstein. And obviously Shea's been in and out of the lineup and no J Dub. So I think the Knicks can hang here, man. I think they'll make it ugly. Defensively, they've been playing well. I trust that. I like the under. I think it'll be a low scoring game with both defenses playing really well, especially with both teams off of back to back. So it might start off a little bit slower as well. So look for under early and then over late. But yeah, once they get their rhythm. But yeah, I like the home dog. I mean, Knicks are what 24-11 ATS at home. Yeah, they don't really lose a ton at home, and they got blew out by the Thunder in their last matchup in New York. I think they lost like 126-101. So a little bit of a revenge there. So yeah, I like the Knicks at home.
Okay. So I think this is a horrible matchup for the Knicks, especially without Mitchell Robinson. I think that Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren um, honestly, like just the tenet, like just knowing this Knicks team and how especially when Cat is playing the way he has been playing this season, that there can be just such a lack of emphasis on rebounding the basketball outside of Josh Hart. Just the lack of emphasis on rebounding the basketball overall. I think that just the size and tenacity of this OKC team, that's going to be a huge notch in their direction. And I don't think that the Knicks have anything to guard what OKC can put pressure on them in terms of getting stops consistently around the rim, especially without Mitchell Robinson. I think this was a tough matchup if Mitchell Robinson was playing in the game. With him completely out and that rim protection gone, and me knowing that Cat is not good for anything on that side of the ball, I think that they're just gonna go and they're gonna target Cat, they're gonna target Brunson, and SGA is gonna have some SGA type game. Probably see Chet Holmgren with a good game. Probably see Isaiah Hartenstein as well with another solid game. I I don't trust the Knicks against this team. I'm gonna be honest. I think they're the number one team in the league, especially with SGA back. They're the number one team in the league, and I think that they understand that even though they didn't look bad when SGA was out, all right, now we're pedal to the metal. We're showing everybody how good we are. And I just don't think the Knicks are going to be able to keep up. Honestly, I don't think the Knicks have a shot against OKC if they are in a 7 game series. I'm going to take OKC here. I'm going to lay the 3.5. I just think this is not the best matchup, and Cat's not playing nearly as good as he needs to be playing to be able to lift them offensively. Because I think that OKC defense is nasty, and I think that it's going to be very, very tough for the Knicks to be able to score the basketball here. Cat has to be an X factor, and I have no faith in him. So I will take OKC laying 3.5 going against you here. Total is 223.5. I like the under.
Yeah, I
I
like
don't
under
think the
as
Knicks
well.
are going to be able to score.
Yeah, I like under as well. I think both defenses will be able to make it tough. The only thing that I can see happening is if it's a free throw fest between, SGA and Brunson, and they get to the line, obviously
Hmm.
at a high rate. So I can kind of see if the game is physical, depending on how the game flow is going. If they're letting them play, then we should be fine. But if they
Hmm.
are calling ticky tack stuff and they're getting to the line, getting in the bonus early, we could be in trouble. But I do think they'll let them play. It's a physical game. It's one of the bigger games on the card. I think they'll let them play.
All right. Lonte, before we get to the next game of the slate, got to talk to the people about Kalshi. Real money prediction market legal in all 50 states. Kalshi has a bunch of trading options, your favorite sports, and things that may not be sports, even politics, weather, entertainment, all of that over there available for trade at Kalshi. Make sure you go check them out. Hey, new Kalshi customers get $20 when you use that promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Really good to pair up with Kalshi as well. You go over there and you lock in on the Rhythm. Hey, they got player props in the NBA. You can lock in on their sides and totals. Rhythm has been very good in college basketball. Looking forward to March and seeing what Rhythm has to cook up for the college basketball tournament. So figure out what you like on Rhythm and then go trade it over there on Kalshi. Just like that. Hey, and make sure you use that promo code for Rhythm SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and get that promo code SGPN25 for 25% off your first month. All right, Lonte, next game up, we've got the Charlotte Hornets on the road going to play the Boston Celtics. This should actually be a really good game. Well, hopefully. Charlotte catching 6.5 on the road here. 216.5 is total injury report, and it looks like Kobe White is out for the Charlotte Hornets. Nothing to report for the Boston Celtics. All right. How good is Charlotte? They're are they at 500? Is it 30? Yeah, they're at 500, 31-31.
Um, I mean, I love Charlotte. I love the way that they play. I love the way that they've responded. The like they're doing everything good, really good. They've drafted well. I mean, just I don't want to make this a Hornets podcast, but yeah, it's just in this specific matchup, I don't think that this is a good spot for them off of a back to back. You got Jalen Brown, who's been off a few days. He's gonna be ready to go. Derek White is going to be really instrumental in how he plays, especially defensively. I would assume that he gets the con task, and then they'll put Jalen Brown probably on Brandon Miller and kind of just live with LaMelo being LaMelo. So I think that that really is going to be the key to the game. And obviously, with the Celtics being familiar with Charles Lee, and I mean, he's probably taking some of the same principles over to Charlotte as he had when he was in Boston. So familiarity's there between the coaching staffs. Um, I like the home team. I mean, I think six. I thought this would. I mean, I understand it, but I think it should be closer to like 8.5. So I like the Celtics in the game. The Hornets have been really reluctant with teams, going really cold when they play against them, especially when they're at home. But on the road, I think they'll be a little bit more susceptible to giving up some threes, especially with the Celtics having a day off and Brown having 2 nights off. So he'll come back energized, ready to go. This is actually a big game, for the Hornets. I mean, to keep ascending up and to get to really see what you're up against one of the Eastern's best teams. So good measuring stick for the Hornets, but I think the Celtics are going to win by multiple positions. So I'll lay the 6.5.
Okay. So a couple of interesting things. These Charlotte Hornets team has been, I mean, we know how good they've been. They've clawed themselves back to 500 and have a chance to be above 500 for, I mean, at this point in the season, it feels like forever the last time that we've seen the Charlotte Hornets at above 500 at this point in the season. So, of course, the threes are always going to be concerning with Boston. And if they get hot from three, then yes, they can go out there and they can put up a high points total. But I have been a believer in the Charlotte Hornets on the defensive side of the ball recently. I feel like they look night and day different from how they were in the beginning of the season. You have a Charlotte offense that is number one in the last 5 games. Right behind them, and then right behind them is the Boston Celtics. You have a Boston Celtics team that is the number one rebounding team, believe it or not, over the last 5 games, with the Charlotte Hornets coming up right behind them. Like, I feel like these two teams are very, very similar. And I know that I have Brandon Miller, who I think can have a really solid game here inside of the paint. Going in the mid range, being able to score. I think Brandon Miller could have a really, really good game. Uh, LaMelo, 50-50. I'll admit it. Very 50-50. But if I know anything about this Boston Celtics team, I know that nothing, and I mean nothing, is a foregone conclusion. Diabite might be in for a double double. I might actually look into that. I wonder if I can get down on Diabite double double here. 6'10" should have his way, especially with the Boston Celtics. Start your centers against the Celtics, ladies and gentlemen. You already know. I'm on the Hornets. I can sell myself on the Hornets playing this into a close game. We've seen them play close games. Yes, they've gotten blown out a lot of times by Boston, but we've seen them play close games with Boston before. It's happened multiple times, I remember. And I've seen them be competitive, and sometimes the game would get away from them and stuff like that. But that's also when Jason Tatum was like playing for him. So I like the Hornets' chances here. I'm gonna take the Hornets plus 6.5 here. It's just been a really, really good team. 9-1 against the spread in their last 10 games. Been amazing. Amazing this second half of the season. Boston's been pretty good as well, to give them credit. I guess. Don't really like them, but sure. All right, Lonte. I think we disagreed first two games. Totals at 216.5. Is it? Yes, 216.5.
Yeah, I like over, man. I think this is too short, especially with the way the Hornets have been playing offensively. I think the Celtics will be able to get to where they want, bomb a bunch of threes. I mean, that's typically what they do anyway. But I think both teams will be efficient in scoring. I mean, we're looking at like what did they got to get to 110? Like, I mean, the Celtics can get to like 120. So I think the Hornets can do their job if they can get to, if Celtics can get. If I think the Celtics can get to 120, then that should be a landslide over. So I love the over. One of my favorite plays on the card.
I think you're disrespecting the Hornets. When is the last time Charlotte's given up 120 in a game? Let's look that up. I feel like you're disrespecting the Hornets. That felt on borderline disrespectful. When was the last time they given up 120? Has it been a while? Oh, well, they didn't do it in month February. Let me see here. Dallas. The Cooper Flag Con Knipple game. Yep. That's the. And you know what? You know what? I'm pretty sure that was the game I was on Dallas team total under. Pretty sure that was the game I was on Dallas team total under. And then it's been a while. It's been a while before that as well. Golden State. Yeah. Monte, I think the Hornets are really good defensively. I'll take it under 216.5 here. One of those ugly 197 type of games. All right. Let's see here. What's next up on the slate? We've got the Utah Jazz on the road going to play the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly's laying 10.5. Scott had a 9.5 here. Ooh, interesting. That line is going up, down, all around. 238 is the total. Probably has something to do with the fact that, Philly is getting did that game go final? Did the game go final? No, it's not final. There's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. I would just curious. I mean, there's going to be people that are listening to this live, and there's going to be people that are listening to this after. I'm just curious what you think the score is of the game at 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth. Just very much curious. Like whatever you think it is, take a second, think to yourself. You don't even have to do it out loud. You can wherever you're at, just think to yourself. What is the score of the Spurs and 76ers game with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left? Shouts out to the 704 in the chat. 126 to 84. 42 points. So that Philly team is laying 10.5 here, Lonte. Now, Utah, what is let me see here. What's the injury report for my Utah Jazz? All right. No, Laurie, cool. And then, all the out for the rest of the season are Jared Jackson Jr., Vince Williams Jr., all that. But you're going to get Keontae George. Well, I think it's obvious what I'm doing. I don't know if I alluded to it a little bit, speaking about what the score of that Spurs game is. But Lonte, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm taking the Sixers at home to bounce back, and after this ugly, disgusting that they didn't put a ton, and I think they caught the Spurs at a bad time as well, which is kind of like why me and Scott liked them yesterday. They just caught them at a bad time. I mean, it happens in the NBA to everybody. It's not. I mean, we see it every month. Somebody gets blown out that's not supposed to, or just when the game is supposed to be competitive. So I like Sixers to bounce back here. Is Embiid? Did you say Embiid was in? He should be in tomorrow, I think.
I didn't say he's in. He could be in.
Yeah, I think he
I
should
mean,
be in.
I think he might be still nursing the oblique injury. I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, I just figured that he would be in.
Yeah, no,
But I
he's
mean,
out
even if
three
not, I
games.
mean, that's
He's not back yet. Yeah, he's
oh,
not
he's
back
out.
yet.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll still take that. I was about to say because if he is in, this is definitely too short. But Yeah, I like the Sixers to bounce back. I would look for them first quarter, first half. They have to come out with a little bit more effort than what they showed tonight. I mean, obviously the Jazz don't want to show
What
any
are
effort,
you?
so
Oh
I think
my.
it's
Okay, Lonte. I'm sorry. I let
they
you
don't want to show
speak.
any effort.
I let you
They don't want
speak
to show any
enough.
effort,
Did
man.
you not watch that Denver Nuggets game? Did that look like a Did it? Keontae George look like he was tanking? He was doing everything
I
possible to
mean,
go win
I
that
mean,
game.
he's never gonna look like that.
He had
He's never gonna look like
36.
that. I mean, they haven't covered in four
Yeah,
games.
they just covered.
Four and a half, four out of five. They
They
haven't covered in
just and
four out of five
okay, I
games.
understand, but Keontae George was not playing. Keontae George is now playing.
I mean,
Keontae George is not tanking. I don't understand how you could look at what this team looked like when Keontae George stepped back on the court against the great Denver Nuggets team. Took him down to the wire. It took 45 points from Jamal Murray.
yeah, I
I
mean,
just
they're caught right twice a day. It happens. They're just, I mean, man.
I'm all over the Utah Jazz here plus 10.5. This is way too many points for a Philadelphia team. That's one missing Joel Embiid. More than likely still missing Joel Embiid. Honestly, truly, do they know what they do they know what they have? They're already beat up in their own right. They're already trying to figure out what players and what rotation of things that they are doing any given night, and that's why they probably look the way they do, because they haven't found a way to be able to get their rotation set, and they're going out there and they're having these good games and they have these bad games, but like laying this big of a number with them, no. I think I'm good. I think I'm all right. I trust the Utah Jazz. I'd rather bet on Keontae George. Give me Keontae George. I don't trust. I don't trust this team. And I would love to see, maybe this is a bounce back spot. Maybe it is. I think it's just going to be a lot of Tyrese Maxey like it was today. That's really all it was. It was Tyrese Maxey, and that's probably VJ Ashcombe probably isn't playing in the game either. Yeah, no, too many points. Way too many points. This I could Philly full strength probably looks like the 33 win team that they are. This version of Philly that is maybe missing VJ Edgecombe, already missing Kelly Oubre, I think. Uh you went and you have Janai Broom, who you're like, oh wow, he's been playing good minutes from us. Jesus, I can't talk. He's been playing good minutes for us. He's out. Like you're bringing some guys up and they're playing meaningful minutes on the roster, and this no Joel Embiid, Paul George went and got himself suspended. Like, even though addition by subtraction for me, but come on, I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer. It's not a good spot. This is the Tyrese Maxey versus Keontae George show, and it ends up being closer. Maybe Philly does get the win, and Tyrese Maxey does carry this team, but it's not going to be by the number. No, 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 no. Utah gets back, gives me two in a row, getting the cover. I love it when this Utah team is back, and I feel like they're back. Keontae George was playing like a man possessed in that Denver game, and I knew I was going to be on them in this game 100%. So I might have a little bit of tunnel vision here. All right, 238 is total here. Campaign is getting minutes. Shout out to Like Mike in the chat. Campaign is getting minutes for the Sixers. Do want to throw that into your handicap, Lonte. 238 is the total now.
I mean, no, I don't really care if he if he is or not. Over. I mean, nobody's getting stops in this game. The Jazz,
That's the problem. Campaign doesn't care either. That is the problem.
they just, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be nobody getting stops, and I would assume that the 76ers are gonna want to push the tempo a little bit more, plays right into the hands of what the Jazz want to do as well. So, over. I think it's both teams should get high 120. I think this should be a high scoring game, really high scoring game.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get in front of Tyrese Maxey led pace game and Utah probably matching that pace as well. Over. I'm with you. I agree. Let's see here. What do we have next on the docket? Portland on the road, going to play the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies are catching 5.5 at the crib. Total is 234.5. Okay, so let's see what we got for an injury report. Well, I know Memphis playing Minnesota. Did that game go final? I think it did. Yes, 117, 110. Minnesota got the win. I mean, duh, you can never trust the Grizzlies laying a big number to get the cover like that. That should have been an easy play. Man. Ty Jerome, not the most efficient, 14 points. Jalen Wells had 19 to lead the Grizzlies in that game. So the Grizzlies will be on the second leg of a back-to-back here, and the Portland Trailblazers. We will see injury report, injury report, injury report. There we go. Denny Avdia is a questionable with the back injury. You got Chris Murray, who is a questionable with an illness. Shady and Sharp is out. Well, I think a lot of this starts with what is the availability of Denny Avdia in this game. I feel like that's what it is for me. At least if Denny Avdia is playing in the game, I could be very intrigued into the Portland Trailblazers here laying this number. But if not, I don't know if Portland is the team that I feel comfortable laying um basically two possessions with on the road here.
Yeah, I like the Grizzlies, man. I like the Grizzlies a lot. They've been playing. They played inspired tonight. They just didn't have enough in the end. They got Cedric Coward back tonight. I think he's played close to 20 minutes. So I'm interested to see how or if he's going to play in this back to back. But they're at home. I mean, they've covered 6 of their last 10, which will probably be 6 of their last 11 and after tonight. But I mean, Todd Jerome's been playing well. The only issue I have with them is I might need to take the first half because they are doing this thing where they play all of their guys like the same amount of minutes and it's no real flow. So it's really tough to get a gauge on them. But I mean, I don't think the Trailblazers should be laying this type of number, especially if they're going to be without Denny Avdia. With them, maybe a little bit of a smaller bet, but without him, I think the Grizzlies can hang.
Yeah, Portland defensively, I do not feel the best. I don't feel the best about either one of these two teams. So just
You like the offense?
go go ahead and fire me up for an over in the game. Both of these two teams defensively have some holes for me, but I think that if you tell me that Denny's playing in the game, then I'm gonna say that Portland's gonna be able to find the offense that will keep them in this game and be able to score points. Like I would be very interested in the Portland Trailblazers if you told me Avdia was playing in this game. I very much would. I do not think that Memphis has an answer. Do I think that Portland had I mean, I'm sorry. I don't think that I don't think that Memphis has I don't think Memphis has an answer for Denny Apia on the defensive side of the ball. But I think the same thing about say Ty Jerome, who had a rough night tonight and I could easily see bouncing back and having a good game. Yeah, I'm gonna take Memphis with you. But I could probably change my mind if you told me Abdi was playing in the game. Because I do think that with Drew Holiday, they turn around that Portland team. That Portland team is a dangerous one that, can see themselves winning some basketball games, especially if those two are on the court at the same time. So, yeah, no. I'll take Memphis, but if Abdi is playing, I could probably see myself back here on Portland. Are you with me on the over?
Um, I mean, I'm not with you, but I'm not against you. I don't really have a ton of thoughts. I mean, the Trailblazers have scored under 105 in 3 of their last 5, I think.
Hmm.
But the Grizzlies' defense is horrible. So it's kind of a give and take situation here, which is why I'm indifferent. and then you got the uncertainty of Avdia playing. So I'll probably just sit this one out until I get some word. But if I had to, I would go over, just thinking that Avdia plays and they can get the offense going a little bit more when he's in there, and the Grizzlies just not being able to stop anybody. So
All right. Whoa, we got 2 games left. And then we got Lock, Dog, and Underdog. Speaking of Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you go check them out. You can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Hey, and guess what? They've increased their payouts too. 2 pick entries paid 3.5x now, in three pays 6.5x. Can't wait to go cook up another Underdog entry at the end of the show. Make sure you stick around. And their brand new offer for new customers: play just $5, get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with that promo code NBA SGPN. That is NBA SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. You know you're getting the best prices on the market when you go look at Novig. And hey, it might be something that's like minus 110 at a traditional sports book, and you could probably get it for close to even money over there at Novig. Go check them out. Plus, you get $50 when you spend $5 when you use that promo code SGPN. So make sure you go over there, Novig. Check them out. Novig, promo code SGPN. And also, it's March, so you know it's Merch Madness. Go over there to the SGPN merch store, store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com, and you can get 15% off everything with that promo code March. Again, go check out that merch store. Use that promo code March. All right, next up, Hawks on the road, going to play the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks are laying 1.5. 230.5 is the total. Injury report. And last game, we did see Giannis come back in a uh, pitiful, pitiful effort by the Milwaukee Bucks, I must admit, against the Boston Celtics. However, Giannis had a double double. So, I mean, I guess he got his stat. I think it was like 19 and 11 or something like that. With that being said, this Hawks team looks really good. But this does also feel like a pretty good spot, Giannis at home, to try to go out here and have a comeback against the Atlanta Hawks team that he has some history with. So, Hawks, Bucks, Lonte, what do you like?
man, I love the Hawks in this game. I don't like anything about the Bucks. The thing is, with Giannis, he only played what, like 20 something minutes. So I'm staying away from what they got going on because I don't know. It's just too much uncertainty. And the Hawks have been playing well. You talked about it. I think they won and covered 4 straight, if I'm not mistaken. Kaminga
Mhm.
looks good. I think the combo of him, Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu, like I think that front line is really good. When they get a point guard next year, they'll be really interesting. I know they're still Atlanta at the end of the day, but they get a good point guard there. They could be they could be solid. But in this game, I like the Hawks. I mean, I just think they're a better team. 1.5 is not. I don't think it's anywhere close of what it should be, and I think a lot of that has to do with the Giannis. Like you're kind of paying the Giannis tax if you're a Bucks backer, and I don't know if we're going to get the full Giannis experiment, and that's the only issue that I have. If you're telling me that hey Giannis is going to play like his normal allotment of minutes, like fine, I can understand the number. But now that we don't know, it's really no reason for him to play at all. To be honest, front office is doing, but um, yeah, and if they're gonna play him and just play him 15 to 20 minutes, we'll make some money off of it. I like the Hawks.
Well, I'll say this. I am concerned about the minutes. However, historically, I mean, there's not a lot of teams that can slow Giannis down, but Giannis has big games against the Hawks, and he could spam out a good amount of points in a short amount of minutes. Kaminga has been good. Kaminga's been great. I think it's close. I think that it. I will admit they are pretty spot on with this line flipping from Hawks to Bucks, Hawks to Bucks. I think it's very very close because I think that this is going to be a high scoring game. I think that this is going to be the Bucks coming back here. They're sitting here at this home trip, and they've had some success while being at this home trip. They've went and they beaten their rival to say in the Miami Heat that they've had these battles with, and this is without Giannis, that they were able to get this done. Super contested game. And again, one of those games that, like, hey, we're kind of thinking we're losing a lot of these games and we're just trying to tread water. They get that win against the Heat, they get that win against the Cavs. You're like, wow, this is a really, really good road trip. It's panning out. But on the same road trip, they get blown out by the Raptors. They get blown out by the Knicks. I mean, home trip they get blown out by the Raptors, get blown out by the Knicks. Then you go on the road and you get embarrassed by the Bulls. Then you come back home and get really embarrassed by the Celtics as well. Like that game wasn't good. I feel like they're due. Something just tells me this Bucks team is due, and that's what I'm concerned about, Lonte. I like the Hawks. I like Kaminga. I like Kaminga in a Hawks jersey. I think that the Hawks have, as some people would say, expert catering and hospitality to where Kaminga is happy and he's gelling with this team and he can just be free and hoop. I really, really like it, but something in my gut is telling me this is a Bucks get up spot. This is the spot where the Bucks have been and getting embarrassed. And I mean, it's looked horrible. Giannis has that first game under his belt, and now they start to ramp him up a little bit more. He looks a lot better. And Cam Thomas has some crazy scoring day, and he goes out and he looks really good. And this Bucks team who has the size that can compete with this Hawks team when you got Giannis and you got Miles Turner, and you got uh Bobby Portis. Something just tells me the Bucks are gonna have something to say in this one. And I really, really do like the Hawks. I really, really do. I'm gonna trust my gut. Give me the Bucks. Something just tells me this is that random Bucks get up spot. And then guess who's on deck, Lonte? My Utah Jazz. And what would be more perfect? You have this great get up game and you're back and the Bucks are the Bucks and we're happy we beat the Hawks and then you get embarrassed to the Utah Jazz who compete and maybe even win outright. Who knows? I got it all right here. Scripts right here, Lonte. Give me the Bucks. Lane 1.5. I love the over though. 230.5 over.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the over as well.
All right, let's see here. Next game up on the slate. Let's go. We've got the Indiana Pacers on the road going to play the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers laying 11.5. 222.5 is the total. Ooh, well, look at you, Los Angeles. You're trying. You are trying, Clippers. Almost there. 500's right there in your grasp. You can get there. You can do it. You can do it. You're almost there. Just reach. Just reach. Reach a little bit more. Pacers are in your way a little bit though, but we think you should be able to get them out the way. Hmm, we'll see. All right. Hey, Darius Garland's been playing basketball. Kawhi Leonard should be playing as well. John Collins is out. Pacers, Zubac out. Obi Toppin, probable. Aaron Neesmith, questionable. Pascal Siakam, questionable. Andrew Nimhart, questionable. Well, this could go a variety of different ways. I mean, maybe Indiana decides to play people and take, basketball games serious. Or maybe they're the same Indiana that's been 2-8 over their last 10 games against the spread, 11-18 on the season on the road, and they continue to look horrible, like absolutely horrible. I mean, almost near and unbettable, almost near unbettable. So we have that, or we have the Clippers, who have been 8-2 against spread in their last 10 games. They can beat up on some teams as well, but they can also fall completely on their face in other spots as well. I think I know where I'm going here. And it's really just more of the fact of like, I don't understand, like, one, without a clear picture of the injury report and knowing, hey, are the Indiana Pacers actually going to be trying here? Which I think I'm pretty sure, there'll probably be some people playing. Like they've gotten enough allegations of them resting people just to rest and they aren't actually healthy or anything else at all. But then, as Scott would say, this is also an Indiana Pacers team that allowed Pascal Siakam to play in the All-Star game and then immediately sat him after. Yeah, Clippers laying the number. Lonte?
Yeah, I would go that way as well. I would rather stay away from uncertainty because if the Pacers do play all of their guys, they could probably be competitive. Although the Clippers have been playing really good basketball as of late. You talked about Garland being healthy. I think he adds a dynamic to that team as far as a ball handler and shot creator that they, obviously, haven't had since Harden left. So um, I like the team total over, regardless of who plays for Indiana. I like the team total over for the Clippers. I mean, Indiana's given up. I mean, one thing for sure. No matter who's in the lineup, they don't play defense. They've given up 125 and five straight. I think the Clippers can be able to score when they want. Kawhi will get to his spots, especially without Pascal on the floor, who is probably the only guy who can hold some type of resistance against him. But I think they score at will. So I like the Clippers team total over.
I wanted this to be very clear. I don't think this is at all me supporting the Clippers. I actually think this Clippers team is going to fall on their face pretty hard at some point. I just don't think this is the game that they're going to do it. I really don't. Now, I will revisit this if we see that they start playing like Pascal, Nemhard, D. Smith. Like, if you tell me all of those guys play, then this probably actually does become pretty interesting. But until then, yes, the Clippers. It's pretty chalk too, like super duper chalk. Yeah. Ugh. All right, underdog, Lonte. What do you want to do?
For the lock, I'm going over Charlotte and Boston. I'm going over. I think it was 219.5, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, yeah. Let's go full game over. Let's go full game over that. And for the dog, I'm going Memphis Grizzlies. I think they win it outright, regardless of if Avdi is playing or not.
Okay, lock. Wow, there's actually a couple of things that I like on the card. OKC minus 3.5. I don't think it's a good matchup. And no Mitchell Robinson means more Cat. And then when Cat's not working, there's really nothing else to pivot to. So, yeah, I trust enough of OKC's young guys to be able to play well on second like a back. And we should see SGA. OKC minus 3.5 lock. Dog could be Utah. When in doubt, fade the Celtics. Give me Charlotte plus 220. I think they're good, man. I think they're good. Charlotte's 7-3 straight up in their last 10 games. Maybe they go in there and they sneak a win. Maybe, maybe. I'll take a stab on Charlotte. Between Charlotte and Utah, I like my chances. One of those. All right. Oh, underdog. Gotta make underdog lineup. Hmm. Let's see here. Let's say, what do we like here for underdog?
Two of my favorites, Shea and Jalen Brown, higher points. I think they're just gonna go out. They're gonna go ballistic. Well, I mean, we don't have to go with those, but those are just my two favorite.
Uh, well, we don't have anything for the OKC game. Most of these teams are on back to back. All right, we got Hawks Bucks available. Oh wow, that's it. Yeah, Hawks Bucks. Oh no, 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 we don't even got that. Never mind. All right. Guess we're not doing an underdog lineup. I don't have anything. Sorry, guys. Would have liked to give you one. Lonte, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
That's about it, man.
All right. Well, and there we go. He's at XX Lonte XX on X. I'm at really real underscore underscore. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, youtube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast. And hey, make sure also, 5-star rating review, wherever you get your podcast. And with that, that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to do like this. We are out of here.